Okay.
All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're in. We're rolling. Hi, Arian.
Hi, how are you?
Good to have you here, man.
Thanks.
Thanks for all of your support.
Yeah, thanks for your support too.
So, Aurelien is a cool guy.
Thank you.
Basically, I met him on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
I was selling these director's chairs that I used to use for one of my podcasts, but they were not very comfortable. And I was thinking of replacing them with something, like the higher ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like totally like super like very black, color. And those ones had blue with natural wood. I wanted to be like fully black and like a bar stool type.
Great.
So when I was selling them, I was curious who's gonna buy them. And then you show up and you buy them. And I'm like, I'm gonna ask them. Like,
And the funny story is that I know that these are director's chairs, and I always wanted to have one.
uh-huh.
But that was not the reason why I bought them. I bought them because I wanted to go to the beach, and I wanted to carry those director's chairs at the beach, so I can play with my kid and.
But you still get the director's just
But
because you wanted them, right?
Exactly. So that was cool that I could find. And once I came here, you showed me your studio setup, and I really liked it. Although I've been to film school and I've been part of media and movies stuff, but in Bay Area, I have been living almost 4 years now, and I was not able to work before because I was on a visa and I did not have work permit. And by the time I got the work permit, we had a baby, so I'm taking care of my baby full time, and I'm not able to work because of that. And when I came and check out those chairs, and I check out this, and you asked me, would you like to collaborate? That was like, I was like, yeah, I should get back into the game.
Nice. And for me, it was also like same thing.
Yeah.
Like it was just like the circumstance so happens, and then now you ask yourself, is that a coincidence or not a coincidence? Right?
I don't believe in coincidences. It's like connecting the dots,
Yeah.
and somehow it was written in the destiny. It was just meant to happen, and it happened that way, that we got connected. And I think I have ancestry related to Kazakhstan. I told you earlier also, but somehow we
The
might be
nomads.
related back in the days.
Could be.
It's hard to know.
It also brings up this question of like manifestation,
Mm-hmm.
because this is the subject I like. I've been I've been trying to like build this thing, and I've been working on it. And this is the only thing I would just would not be lazy, because I'm in the other like stuff I do, I'm very lazy.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like I could wake up and I could just spend all day here just rearranging stuff. I could rearrange this whole thing, and if one thing is not to my liking, I can just take this whole thing apart and rearrange it again, and
Make it perfect.
make it just the way I like it. It's not the perfect. I guess we can always perfect it,
Yeah.
right? But it's like just like I have this vision, and if I don't have it, if I don't have it that way, it will bug me.
Yeah.
Then I will stop doing it. I'm gonna go back, maybe wait, like forget about it for 1 or 2 or 3 months, and then I come back to it and I still redo it.
Mhm.
It's just to that point. And then all of a sudden, just like this work, you're doing it, like nobody really cares. And then you think, maybe I'm not doing the right thing, right? And then all of a sudden you're like networking with people, going like to the like meeting new people, and then there's this guy just shows up like, yo, I've been listening to all of your podcasts.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, that's inspiring.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, there's this at least one person that actually watched everything that I posted,
Wow.
like one person. I was like, okay, if I have at least one person of audience that is interested in what I'm doing, then chances are I should continue doing that.
Absolutely.
And then I, again, it will be an off and on situation, and then all of a sudden you show up, you know,
Yeah.
and you come here and you go like, "Yo, I would like to learn from you." And I'm like, "Bro, no, I would like to learn from you. You're the one with the experience, you know."
Well, I did
Uh-huh.
not have any experience in podcasting and YouTube stuff because I've never done it. I've done editing and cinematography, but that's a different thing. Everything needs to be in a way that it has to be done that way. And podcasting was I was thinking about podcasting for a long time and YouTube. When I passed out from the film school in 2011, my friends told me that you should start YouTube. And back in the days, I was like very hesitant to go on the YouTube because it was like I was newly educated film grad, and then I was like, no, I want to work in the movies and stuff. And then circumstances, happened in a way that I couldn't work in the kind of movies I wanted to make. And I went to Canada, and then I couldn't find much work there. So I had to do a bunch of other things. I started my own community as well. I started Calgary Indie Filmmakers Group.
Also, is that your community that you were sharing?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Mm-hmm.
I started that in Calgary, and we were like 150 people in the group,
Mm-hmm.
and it was nice to connect with like-minded people. Although film scene is not that great in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
in Calgary. I mean, Toronto and Vancouver, it has a little bit more, but it's not like LA and New York kind of thing,
Mm.
because these are like huge markets where
Yeah.
you can find a lot of talent, and you can start so many things. I was surprised to see that you are doing in the Bay Area, especially in Palo Alto area, where I live, and then you live here.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, and I believe in manifestation too, and I always wanted to work, and then I was thinking so many times while I was taking care of my baby, that how can I start something, and then suddenly I saw these chairs, and then we connected, and then now we are doing this podcast, and it's all
Yeah.
manifestation, I think.
Without you, this would have probably not have been possible
uh,
for a
um,
while, at least for sure. But like, I learned so much in such a short time when we collaborated.
well, I think I learned a lot from you too,
Mm-hmm.
that I knew a bunch of different techniques about lighting and stuff, but I was kind of rusty,
Mm-hmm.
because I have not done it for like a long period of time. It's not that I don't know, but it's a practice game. So the more you practice, the better you becoming. So it's really good to come out from your comfort zone and then start doing something else, because podcasting was like absolutely new to me. But filming is not new. I know the concepts and the technical details. I know all the technical details on the back of my hand. But doing something and learning on the job is really amazing. For example, switching, how to switch. I never switched, in podcast. So I learned here. I mean, you taught me that.
Mm.
So it's like give and take. It's not that when you work on set, there are so many people. You keep learning every single day,
Every single day.
right?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like when we were like, I was doing this, I would sometimes overthink things. You know, I wanted to get it to super perfection, and then you can, yeah, just don't worry about it. Just put it like this, and the shot will just look fine. You don't have to be like super perfect about it. And then I'm like, and we saved so much time. You
Yeah.
know, before it would be like a lot more. I don't know, like overthinking.
Yeah.
But like in order to get a good shot, you don't need to maybe super overthink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it slowly starts just getting to where like, oh man, this is cool. This is cool. This is inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in film school, my teacher taught me one thing which I really, learned in a way. Whenever you start doing something, doesn't matter if you're doing lighting, if you're doing, blocking, or, rehearsal of actors or whatever. start with only one thing. Just focus on one thing. Forget about like 500 things, and then build on that one thing. Whatever is the most important thing in that shot, just focus on that one thing, and then start building from then onwards. So if you start doing that, by the time you have added like 10 different things to it, it will already is like, much better. Instead of, you start doing 5 different things at the same time and nothing is going to look good. So it's always good to have a starting point and then build on top of that.
Yeah.
And I learned this hard way, because in my mind I was kind of perfectionist, that I really want to do something really nice and I want to make an amazing sci-fi movie like Space Odyssey. And but that's like, it's only in my head. But when you start doing something, then you have to learn a couple of different things, that you have to start small and then you build on top of that. So if you start thinking, oh, I'm going to make my first movie like Space Odyssey, you can, but it's not that easy, because you're comparing Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick is like master of his art, and that was not his first movie either. So it's like, you're comparing Oscars to like film school grad.
Absolutely. When I started this podcasting thing, I first bought these mics and the recorder, and I just started recording audio. It took me a while to dial the audio to where I like it. I'm in no way like super audio professional. I know that some people really know their science with the audio, and then like they adjust those levels and everything. But I get it to where I like it.
Yeah.
And I feel like majority of the people would probably not see a whole lot of difference in quality. Those like incremental differences in quality are like very like you put a lot more work to get to like very perfect. But it works fine, and then plus these tools are already tuned so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all you do is just almost plug and play. You just need to understand this gain stuff. So I understood that. I like the sound that I like, and then I started inviting people, and then a lot of people were requesting like, you guys don't have a video? You don't have a video? I'm like, video is a whole nother beast. It's like cameras, lighting, and like setup, like the practicals. When with the mics, you don't need any of that. You just need a quiet room.
You started only audio
Only
before?
audio.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need to dial in the audio.
Okay.
So I was like very confident with the audio, and then one guy, I saw this one guy at this networking event, and he's just like very pumped, and he does a lot of like like he's a serial entrepreneur, and he's saying it doesn't matter, just turn on the camera on yourself. If the other person is not comfortable, just turn it on yourself and start shooting on the camera.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I came back home, I turned on the freaking camera on myself, because the other people who were guests, they were not comfortable.
Yeah.
So I was just shooting myself, and it went from there.
Yeah.
And then I started involving 2 cameras, and then I had 3 cameras set up. And it was iPhones in the beginning,
Yeah.
and then I bought this HD camera, and now we have yours with the real glass, and now like everything's coming together. And then I started buying lighting. This is like the very first light I bought. And I started buying another lighting, 3-point lighting.
Yeah. That's how you learn. You start somewhere, and then you build on top of that. So
Yeah.
that's how it is.
And I accidentally stumbled upon this setup. I happened to have a white table, and I just put it from the top, and the image looked amazing.
It gives you bounce.
I was like, what? Like, you've been trying to do this all kinds of angles and stuff. It doesn't look the way you want it. And then all of a sudden, just like, it just worked. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw your Bay Vibes podcast.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Aishwarya?
Yeah, with Aishwarya.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
There were like a couple of funny moments, yeah, especially about the
conspiracy.
conspiracy
Yeah.
theory.
Do you have a conspiracy theory, by the way?
Well, I have a bunch of them.
Nice. It's
And
funny, like how this one joke became like a joke in our crew.
yeah,
Like I became all of a sudden like with this conspiracy guy.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I just wanted to just kind of, I don't know, it's something to fun to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about conspiracy theories is that nobody says that they're wrong or they are like fake or whatever. Everybody says it might be possible, it might not be, but nobody said concrete, way that it is not there. So there's something to them, I think. It could be a little bit, it could be more of
Yeah.
that, but there's something.
I'm a kind of a person that I could potentially believe in any outcome of like any scenario, you know? So there are a lot of people like strictly believe in like status quo that it has right now, and they accept that reality as it is. I'm more flexible like that, so I can accept multiple outcomes of this reality.
You're a neutral guy.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very much so. And I also like to explore those options.
Yeah.
You know, it's like different worlds you're visiting.
Yeah.
And same way with the conspiracies. Like, what if like this is actually true? What if like you like live for 30 years believing in your reality or like the systems that you live in to be the ground truth, but in reality maybe there is some other things happening that you have no control and no clue about. And these conspiracy theories kind of like stir up your mind, kind of think like, all right, what if it's not like that? What if it's this like this?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I had not yesterday, day before I had a dream. Remember I told you about my dreams, that I get vivid dreams. And I jump from one world to another world in my dreams, and then I see a bunch of different things. So I saw this thing that I am a part of this entire world. That entire world is me in different lives, and every life is somewhere in different world, and they all combined live on this planet. So it's like all the timelines are merged on this planet, and all of these lives are being lived somewhere else, like 8 billion people or whatever the
Like
population,
a parallel
parallel
worlds?
universes. So let's say we have 8 billion people, and I am part of 8 billion other people in different worlds, like 8 billion worlds, and all of those people like me are living on this world now, and the reality is merged here, and I could see anybody's future, because when I go and jump from this life to other life, let's say if I touch you and I can see tonight about you, but you are not you are me. So I'm seeing me in the dream, and I can see the future, what's going to happen tomorrow with you.
So when you said that you had these dreams, what do you think those dreams mean to you? Do they tell you the future, or do you have to like kind of like decode them to understand what the message is, or?
I try to decode them based on my understanding of life and consciousness and everything. I'm not sure whether I'm doing the right thing or not, but I have written a book about all my dreams, and what every dream tells me and what I understood about that dream. So I'm going to publish it pretty soon. The manuscript has been written. I'm just editing it. I need an illustrator who can illustrate the dream, so that I will post the dream, and then I want to illustrate how I saw the dream, so illustrator can draw it. And then I'm looking for an illustrator who can draw all my dreams in a visual, so that viewers can see and read at the same time and see the world I was seeing at that same time, whatever I was seeing. So initially I was thinking of publishing it without the illustrator, but now I think the images are going to be really a beneficial part of the reality what I was seeing. So I can tell the illustrator that that's what I saw there. So you can draw it exactly as it is, and then that would be really great.
Cool, man. So when do you think it'll be published?
Well, I have to find the illustrator first, and
Okay.
then
So it's gonna take a
it's about 60 to 67 dreams total. So I'm just contemplating on keeping like all those dreams there.
So you have this one now. Are you gonna add it?
Um, my thing is I want to add 66.
Oh,
66.
Nice. In order to keep it spicy.
Yeah. 66 dreams.
Yeah. That's
So-
cool. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, nomads and
Yeah.
then like people that are like from like Kazakh ancestry and
Yeah.
stuff like that. They're very like the dreams, seeing future or decoding dreams is very popular by
Oh, really?
there. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
It's funny that
Uh-huh.
you mentioned that when I was tracing my ancestry, and my ancestry is around Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and that area. From my clan, people like I belong to a certain clan in India, and they, if you track the history from where they originated, so they were called Aryans, and they traveled from Mongolia area, and they traveled to India when Alexander came. Around that time, they came with him, and they settled in North India, and those are the clans one of them I belong to. And this is very interesting. When I was reading this historical fact that we might belong to those, I've never done my DNA testing yet, but I think I have some kind of DNA from that area.
so that's why maybe you see the dreams.
If that's the truth, you never know. It's interesting.
My wife sees the dreams.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
she saw my son
Okay.
before he was born. So my dad, who passed away, he gave a baby to her and gave a name,
Oh, cool.
and that's the name that he has right now.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
his name is Nurali.
Okay.
My real name is Nurtai,
Not time.
and my brother's name is Alibek.
Okay.
Alibek. So
Okay.
he did the
Nurali.
combination of first three letters of our names,
Oh, cool.
and he's like Nurali.
Okay.
And he had a blue ribbon.
Ah. What does that signify? Blue
The
ribbon?
boy, you know,
Okay.
like the blue ribbon.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
So he mentioned that it's gonna be boy
Yeah.
in the dream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not like 100% sure, but I remember that she said like I saw a dream, and then she said he said Nurali. Usually, like elder people like in our family, like parents give a name to my child. That's the tradition.
Yeah.
But when we said that's the dream, it's like
Of
no
course.
problem.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is his name.
Okay. That's-
Nobody objected ever. We said his name is going to be Nurali. I was like,
Okay.
everybody's on board right away.
That's cool. That's a cool story.
Yeah, she sees a lot of dreams like that. She when she was little, she saw a dream on like one of his tooth fell off, and then there are decoders that said somebody from your relatives will pass, but it's not close, not very close.
Okay.
And one of the relatives actually passed. So
Well, these are like different kind of dreams, and I am getting different kind of dreams. So everyone has like
me too. So like so. From my experience, there are multiple types of dreams, right? So like the people who see the kind of dreams. So my wife kind of sees a little bit into future. That's called like, but it doesn't. She doesn't consistently see him.
Okay.
Whenever some important event's supposed to happen, she sees something.
But she sees about the family or in relation, right?
in relation to family.
But the funny thing is, I don't see from my perspective. I see from humanity's perspective what's happening, this and that.
Interesting.
So it's those dreams are like, that's why I said it's a very vivid, dreams. And if you read the book which I've written, it will like blow your mind that what I've seen in those dreams.
So those people are called like people who see in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when you tell your dreams, they look like it's not about the future. It's about like this whole, like, as a whole. You see something like some information as a whole,
Yeah.
right? Um,
I was contacted by this uh, super intelligence, or you can
during your dreams.
during my dreams,
Mm-hmm.
and I was taken to the core of the consciousness where everything originated.
Mm.
I was taken there. I saw that like souls were being created right
Mm-hmm.
there inside that core.
And you never taken like these like psychedelics, like LSD or
No,
something
no,
like that?
no,
Never had
no.
experience with those? Because this is the kind of experience people
Describe.
describe, but you see it by yourself in your dreams.
Well, I do not choose to see them. It
Mm-hmm.
just happened to,
Mm-hmm.
come into my dreams, and I see like really vivid things.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen I saw one day about Elon Musk and me. So they were taking me and Elon Musk somewhere, and they were switching my soul and Elon Musk's soul
Mm-hmm.
to somebody else's soul. So they were taking them, and it's like a reprogramming it. So they will take my soul and in my body put somebody else's soul which has been reprogrammed, and then that soul is going to live my life. And for example, right now Elon Musk is living not Elon Musk's life. He's living somebody else's life. Like his body is living somebody else's life, and his soul is being worked on right now.
It is very confusing to
Yeah,
like to grasp.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
So when I saw this, and initially I agreed to it in my dream that okay, I will come with you, and then when it was the time to pass on to go to that area, I chickened out and I ran away.
Mm.
And then since then they were tracking me because they really want to find me and then take me. And now I'm living underground
Mm.
in the dream. So I'm living underground because underground they can't find me. On the ground they can find me. So when I tried to decode this dream, I was like, what is this thing? On the ground they have visibility and everything, but underground they can't see me. So it's fascinating that these kind of things happen, and I see those things. Uh, I don't know why I would see that, but
Yeah.
sometimes I think. I mean, not I think, but a lot of people think that Elon Musk is an alien.
Mm.
So you never know.
Yeah. Could be. It's interesting. Like only in Bay Area you get to meet people like you, and then talk about subjects like this, and it's so cool. Like awesome. I love it. I love different ideas, different views, and then these experiences
Yeah.
people experience. It would be interesting. Like, what if I would start seeing these dreams and you don't even choose to see them, right? And then it just come to you, and
I
then you start like questioning your reality,
Mhm.
right?
I started reading about more and more about historical figures that they used to see dreams. For example, Moses
Mm-hmm.
and Jesus. They never met God. Nobody met God directly, but God, if you believe in God, that God talks to you in puzzles. And what are those puzzles? Those puzzles are like kind of dreams or hallucinations, and then you see something, and then you believe in that thing, and then say, okay, this is what is happening, and then you start writing those things, and this thing happens. So when I started reading about these things, then I came to know that maybe I am you know the one who's chosen to tell the thing, and that's why I started writing my dreams. My wife inspired me to write those dreams. She said, maybe you know you never know. um, we think we are not anybody, but it's the some other plan might be there.
Mm.
You never know.
Yeah. So with regards to higher consciousness type of theme, right? Then we started collaborating, me and you,
Yeah.
and then we kind of stopped for a little while. I went to like a Burning Man thing, and then I rearranged this whole setup. I had a bigger table and stuff, and then it started coming together. You remember you brought these cameras, and then I found myself in this position, right? Like, what is it? Like I felt like I forgot how to dream, like
Mhm.
like dream about things, because like I've noticed like it's really a miserable life if you're not dreaming about something. And I ask myself, what am I dreaming about? Because like I have my base needs met, right? I have a family, I have kids, and I pretty much got whatever I wanted until to this point. I don't want like this like millions of dollars. This is not my dream, you know. It's good to have, it's cool to have, but it's not necessarily that sparks my like, enthusiasm, sparks
Mhm.
my passion. And then I just said, when I was kid, I wanted to make a movie. I want to be like a director.
Mhm.
Maybe I should just pursue that. And that day I thought about this, and
Mhm.
then we started meeting these people from Startup House. You remember? Salamoto brought William,
Yeah.
and then we met Valerie. She's supposed to be like this very like big time broadcasting person,
Mhm.
like a producer type of a person. And I was like, what again? Manifestation, and it
Yeah.
happens like very quickly.
Absolutely.
And I wonder if it has to do with this place,
I'm not sure about the place
like the
or
people, like the kind of people that gather,
uh,
and then the frequencies that you kind of send out, kind of
it,
got like bring people in.
I think it's about the frequencies, and it's about the right timing and the
Mm,
way you say things from your mouth, because your mouth is a, if you see every word you it comes out from your mouth, it becomes a reality.
mm,
And depending on from how much strength or how much passion you say those things, it becomes a reality. And some people's reality becomes sooner, some people's reality becomes later, depending on the strength and the the belief they have. So if you think about a dream, if I tell you that I have a dream of doing something, and you say the same thing, I have a dream of doing something, we both might reach there, but depending on how much we mean that, based on that, one will reach
mm.
fastest and the other will reach later on.
It's almost like feels like like you're resonating at the certain frequencies, and it's
Yes.
almost like tuning. Like
Ab-
you tune into
Absolutely.
one
Yeah.
frequency. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Like these people from Hollywood coming to Bay Area,
Yeah.
right, to pursue these startup endeavors.
Yeah.
And it seems to be like the place to be right now. Even for like people like me, I thought like, what am I doing in the tech world when
Hmm.
I'm supposed to be actually in LA and pursuing this stuff? But no.
Well, well, I think this is a pretty great area to be in, um, because you're connected with, like, brightest of the bright minds in this area. Because if you see in healthcare, tech world, you name anything, everything is in the Bay Area. It's Silicon Valley, right? So the brightest of the bright live here. And when everybody in the same frequency living in the same area, somehow your frequency elevates. And then, even if you're not thinking that way, by meeting different people in the same area, your frequency starts to lift up slowly and slowly. So that's what I realized about this place, that when I came here, I did not have, like, any idea about, startup or anything. But as soon as I came here, I don't know, there's some kind of magic in
Energy,
this
right?
area. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
When I came here, I wrote like 5 or 6 ideas about startups, and every idea is amazing. It's like something is here. It's This place is, like, I think, blessed place.
Mm. Place of power,
I think
could
so.
be.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, for those people who like find themselves not being able to dream, like in US, you probably can find that a lot of people like that. It's easy to like start like a career here and start making money and then get your base needs met,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden you find yourself like, what now? What am I supposed to do now?
Mm-hmm. I know a couple of people.
Yeah,
They have a lot of money, but they don't know what to do.
with that, right?
And they tell me sometimes, some of them are my family members and friends, and they tell me that, you are living a better life than us. Although I don't have that much money that they have, but they say, at least you have a passion and you're pursuing that passion. And it's not about reaching somewhere, it's about the journey, because you are living that journey, and the interesting things happen during the journey, not at the destination point. So we all come here in human life form and we live a journey, right? Some people have very interesting life, some people have boring life. It's all about the journey. It's never about the reaching somewhere that I can make 5 million or 10 million or 500 billion or 5 trillion. It doesn't matter. It's about the journey you are living here. And we are learning every single time. I will learn certain things in this lifetime, and then I will come back as somebody else, and then I will complete whatever I have left, in this lifetime. Then I will, continue in the next lifetime until I reach to the destination, which is the source code of, our consciousness, because we all are same, came from the same consciousness, and our goal is same. So it depends.
So for those people who like forgot how to dream, I think I stumbled upon this trick. Is like, just remember of your dreams in your childhood
Hmm.
and
Well,
start pursuing those.
that's a way of thinking.
Yeah.
What I started doing while I was sleeping, I started listening to different frequencies. So if you go to YouTube and you say 536 hertz frequency,
Oh, you were doing that?
yeah, I did that for a bunch of days,
Nice.
and
Okay.
I put my headphones on my head while I'm sleeping, and I left this like 10 hour of recording for that frequency. And I only listen to one frequency one day, and the next day I'll switch to a different frequency, and I used to do that. While doing that, I don't know something. First of all, I get a really nice sleep, and if I get a dream, I get a really vivid dream, and I can remember every single detail of that dream, so that I can write that dream again, and I can tell that dream this happened. So, for example, this Elon Musk, dream I told you about. I still remember that. When I close my eyes, it feels like it happened with me some other day, but it was in the dream. It was so surreal. It's like it happened with me, and you can't tell whether this is reality or this is a dream. It's very very fine line, but you can't tell. And I saw this movie Matrix, and in the Matrix, one day I had a dream that there were like a couple of demons. They were trying to attack me and they were trying to kill me. And I saw this movie Matrix, and I remember one scene where Keanu Reeves, that he said that I'm the master of this game. Nobody can beat me. He said that in the movie, and then he got like superpowers, and then he defeats everyone because he believed in himself. I remembered that moment of that movie, and I applied the same concept in my dream while I'm dreaming. This is all happening while I'm dreaming, you know? And I said, I cannot be defeated. And I fought with those demons and I defeated them in my dream. So it's like, it's crazy how you think while you're asleep and something is happening and you are thinking about reality in the dream, and you take the inspiration from the reality inside the dream and you perform within the dream, this is
No.
like fascinating stuff.
Yeah, and it's also a little bit hard to like grasp when like is told by story.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you have an interesting experience.
Well, whenever I tell all these dreams to my wife, she's like, she stops everything and then she starts to listen because these dreams are like amazing stories.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm sure that once I complete my book and then if people read it, they'll be like
And those
intrigued.
dreams started when you went to that temple place, right? Or was it before that?
No, before that, I used to get like, past life dreams or,
Ah, you also get
yeah,
dreams. So you always get dreams.
I always used to
Okay,
get
so yeah,
dreams.
that definitely sounds like something like from Kazakh place.
Maybe.
Uh,
I always used to get dreams, but there were like one dream, in particular, one dream I used to get a lot. I used to see those old, like ruins of some civilization, and I am running on those ruins, and someone is chasing me, and I am jumping from wall to wall, and then there's one place where everywhere is fire, and I cannot go anywhere. And then when I turn back, and then I see this creature that he's following me from like for a long time because I'm running in front of him. It looks like a game that I'm inside a game, and then he's chasing, and now he says, now it's my turn, right? And then I get up every single time when he says, now I get you, and I get up. And
do you wake up scared?
I used to get wake up, yeah, scared initially.
Have you ever get these dreams when you wake up scared and it's like you're sweating, cold sweat?
I had 2 or 3 times this incident. Uh, it's called demon possession because demon is trying to enter inside your body, and if you let him come in, then you're done.
Hmm.
And he cannot get inside easily. He cannot get easily inside any human. That's for the that's reality. But he can get in if you are weak.
Hmm.
There are some people, they are weak and vulnerable. They can get enter into the body. So I had 2 or 3 times where the demon was trying to enter in my body, and 2 times I was like super sweaty, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what's going to happen. But one time recently it happened, and this time I saw a translucent rectangle. The size was like my body size, and it just came from the ceiling, and it was trying to enter in my body. And I was like, what's this thing, man? And as soon as it started coming close to me, and my chest was getting like so hard, and I couldn't move, and I was just calling my wife. I was like, wake me up, wake me up, wake me up.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's like I'm in the dream. I'm saying this thing to my wife in the dream. Of course, I'm not moving because my body was still, but I felt that I was trying to call for help, and nothing was happening. And I started saying, God's name and this and that, because I'm from India, and I belong to a Hindu family. So I started saying Om, Om, Om.
Hmm.
Om is the mantra for Indians, and nothing happened. And then this force started going so hard. But then I realized, remember the story I told you about the Keanu Reeves and the movie? So I thought something from reality, that my wife is a Christian, and she always tells me that whenever you are in danger, take Jesus' name.
Hmm.
So I remember that, and at this point in time, when this demon was attacking me, or I don't know whether it was demon or something, but I felt that this was something was trying to enter in my body. And then I said, Jesus, help me.
Hmm.
As soon as I said this thing, it goes away.
Hmm.
This thing goes away. Although I'm not a God believer, or I'm not a Christian, but I was so desperate around that time that my grandfather, my father-in-law is a priest. He's a pastor in the church, and he always tells me about Bible and Jesus and all this thing, and I always have questions and it's a different topic of discussion, but I never believed in any of the things which have been told to me about Christianity or the God. And it's not that I 100% believe in my religion, because I have different ideas about God and everything. Religions are, I think, made up thing. That's what I think. Some smart people made those religions, and then it's a controlling mechanism. That's what I think. But
That's the conspiracy, right?
that's a
Conspiracy of the day.
Yeah. But the thing is, when I said the name Jesus and this thing disappeared, then I started thinking about it. I was like, I don't know. Something is, trying to tell me something. I don't know what it is. But when I started sharing this thing next day with my wife said, "This is the calling. I think God is trying to, tell you." Then she started telling me about the Paul story. I don't know whether you about the Paul story or not. His name was Saul, I think, and he used to kill people. And whoever believes in God, he used to kill people. And then God one day showed himself in front of him, and then he got blinded, and then he started believing in God. And after 3 days, he got his vision back, and then he changed his name from Saul to Paul, and then that's how he became Paul.
Oh.
So
I think I know something like this tradition in Kazakh too. I remember Kazakh culture. If the kid is, I don't remember exactly in what circumstances he ends up, but it's like if he getting sick a lot or something happens to him a lot, they change his name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that they say like bad spirits attack him with that name, and then we want to change his name.
That's
And that means that
interesting.
bad spirits somehow did not find
This
him
is
or
the
something
second
like
time I'm hearing this, because I heard something from someone else as well, and they were natives in Canada, and they mentioned the exact same thing. You know what? They said our name or our family name was cursed, and because our family name was cursed, so everybody who becomes like a certain age, they used to die.
Yeah, something like that.
They used to die, and then what they did, they changed the name of the person, and then he survived because the curse just went away.
Something like that. And also, I know in some areas of our culture, some people, even though you have like your actual name, but your parents call you something different.
Yeah, it's a nickname.
Yeah. And it could be like a real actual name, but it's not even a nickname. Like they're not related to each other.
Yeah.
But then like I knew this person. I think her name is one way, and then I find out like by her like passport, she has a completely different name. I'm like, why do you
Yeah.
have a different name? I'm like, this is how it goes in this
Yeah,
in some of the families. Yeah.
I think this is very common in India too, that the person is being known by his nickname more than his actual name. So on the passport, on the driver's license, it
So
will
that
be
could
different.
that could be something that maybe that tradition passed along from a long time ago.
I don't know, but that's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know about this, that it happened in Kazakh too. But this is interesting.
Very common.
Yeah.
In fact, my wife, her family calls her differently.
So if I want to learn more about traditional Kazakh culture, what's the way of learning? Like, for example, if you want to learn something very traditional Indian culture, India is like a huge country, but let's say North India, from where I'm from Haryana. If you want to learn something about Haryana, you can talk to people in Haryana, and they will be able to tell you that we don't have a literature that you can read about it. It's only the passed on generation to generation passed on knowledge. We don't have like written scriptures, language kind of thing. But is something in Kazakh we can find?
Like written, there are some written stuff, but I don't think the written is the way to go, because if you talk nomadic cultures,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the
When we
same
talk
way.
real nomadic
Hmm.
cultures,
They
nomadic cultures
passed
don't write,
on.
like, not supposed to write books. You
Hmm.
write books when you live in like brick walls,
Yeah.
right? But when you're constantly moving, you're trying to optimize space, optimize stuff that you carry with you.
Hmm.
So therefore, other ways of communications were developed,
Hmm.
like spoken communication, songs, or
Folk
like
songs.
folk
Yeah.
songs. Like it's a lot of like mouth to mouth, like
Passed on knowledge from
past knowledge. Yeah,
generations.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think the moment like the printing press developed, these civilizations advanced way faster,
Very
and we
fast.
were not able to advance. But now I think there's this renaissance situation is happening due to the short form content
Hmm.
that is democratized. So that means we can get those bits and pieces of culture from people who post those videos and just explain those,
Hmm.
and you get more fuller picture. And the funny thing is, since it's nomadic, right, it's very fluid, it's not concrete.
Mm.
So you get bits and pieces of information from all over the place. They could not cohesively maybe be like as a one piece, but you can tell from different areas of that Central Asian steppe, we call it. And you kind of accumulate this picture, like how people lived back then. It's a very unique life.
Mm.
Not like when you live nomadic, it's a different worldview, different approach to life. It's about sustainability. Like
Hmm.
if we're talking sustainability, if like right now sustainability is like a problem, right?
Hmm.
And the the sedentary lifestyle people want to fix the problem of sustainability. But if you really want to see the experience of how
Hmm.
people used to live sustainably, it's nomadic people,
Hmm.
because
Because they're more adaptable to the different
and we didn't
conditions.
dig resources. We didn't dig resources, and we didn't also plant in the same space all over and over by using
Hmm.
some artificial fertilizers, right?
Hmm.
Everything was natural. So you go to one pasture, you eat everything that's on there, and then you don't come back to it for 2 years until it
Hmm.
fully replenishes with all the minerals organically.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, while you're moving these thousands of miles a year, the the animals leave manure,
Yeah.
which is an organic fertilizer. So that land becomes green.
Yeah.
After we became sedentary, we were forced to become sedentary. Those areas become deserts.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, and then we used animals. We were not vegetarian, we were carnivore, but it was almost like a contract between animal and a human being.
Hmm.
Animal sacrifices his life. It's a sacrificial lamb. I think the idea, concept comes from
Hmm.
that kind of a contract.
Right.
Like, lamb comes to you and goes, "You preserve my, how do you say, my species, and I'll preserve you in this harsh climate."
Hmm.
And that's the kind of relationship, you know, was developed.
Because I'm from India, like I was born in India
Hmm.
originally, and India is primarily a vegetarian
Because the
country.
area is able to, like,
Sustain that
yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
because they don't eat animals or fish or
It's easy
meat,
to be vegetarian if
because the land is so fertile and the
mhm.
climate is so hot. So you can't have meat, you can't digest meat. There are a bunch of areas where there's cold as well, like in Kashmir and Himalayan range. But most of the area is like kind of, you know, nice weather, and it's very very fertile land all over the place except Rajasthan, which is a desert, and a lot of water throughout the
Yeah, So it's a very abundant and fertile land.
Yeah, it's a very fertile land all over. It's not like, in US, if you see the entire Midwest is like dry. Texas is dry, you can't, California is,
Yeah, it's very
fertile, but,
fertile. Yep.
not entire US. But India is the one place where I don't see except Rajasthan, because that's a desert. Apart from Rajasthan, every other part of the, India is fertile. It's like amazing.
And I think the economy also was a little bit different in nomadic societies.
How did that
Every
work?
single family should have at least like 50 heads of sheep,
Oh,
you know,
that was
in order
the
to sustain. Like in order to, that's like so for a year,
okay.
right? You always take care of your animals.
And then you multiply, but you keep eating them as well.
Yeah.
But
So
that
and
the
then they
50,
serve you in like they produce like you don't leave like anything.
Yeah.
Like, if you consume a sheep, like everything goes to use.
so
The
they have
bones
milk.
goes to use.
They give milk.
The goat give milk.
Yeah.
Milk goes to use, and then the felt, right?
Yeah.
For the
For-
houses,
yeah.
for your
Skin,
clothes,
yeah.
everything. And then even you use the poop. You just dry it, you compress it, you dry it, and then you use it in the winter for fuel.
Burning.
Yeah,
Fuel,
burning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything is used.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sheep is really sheep or lamb, right?
Sheep, yeah, they're very adapted for that kind of climate. You know, they can survive harsh climates.
It's interesting that you mentioned people used to carry sheep and goat, and I was doing some research on the milk because I am a diabetic, and I started learning more and more about the proteins inside the milk, like cow milk. So, do you know about protein like A1 and A2 protein? They're present in cows, and A1 is not really good for our health, and that's the main reason or cause of our insulin resistance and spiking the insulin. So when I came to know about A1 protein that that's present in cow milk, I stopped drinking cow milk, and I switched to goat milk. And interestingly, goat milk has A2 protein, and it does not give you insulin sensitivity, or it does not give you blood spikes. And I was like, that makes sense that why nomadic people used to carry goat, because the goat milk is much more healthier in a way compared to the cow milk.
And horse meat is horse milk is even more healthier.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it has so much properties. Just to for you to understand, imagine a horse, right? Compared
Yeah.
to any other animals,
Yeah.
like it's a very like
Tough,
strong,
yeah.
tough, like and and it
Energy.
carries that kind of energy with it, like a graceful energy.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard that people sell horse milk.
in Kazakhstan, yes,
Oh, you?
like nomadic people always
Oh, really?
drink. Yeah, and like it also works like as a cleanser.
Oh,
So when you drink it for the first time,
it just
it
cleans
just
everything.
cleans
Of course,
everything
it
up.
makes sense
Yeah,
because
uh-huh.
your gut bacteria is developed in such a way that if some other gut bacteria goes to your gut, it just flushes it out.
Yeah. So a lot of people who like are sick or something, they come to the villages and they will just drink horse milk and then eat and then drink these bouillons with like
So-
bone broth and stuff like that, heal them.
Sounds fascinating, man. I really want to visit Kazakhstan.
Definitely. You should check it out. You should at least hang out with Kazakh people. You'll get glimpses of the culture, and then maybe one of those days you'll be able to come visit and just participate in some, I don't know, culture and see. So there will be
And
events.
it's a primarily Muslim country, right?
Yeah, it basically accepted Muslim faith. Yes, and from what I understand, when
But
Arabs came,
it
when
was a
Ar-
part of USSR back in the days,
before,
right?
yes, yeah. And so during 1900s, we were part of USSR. Before that, Um,
Because in USSR, it
mhm.
was like primarily Orthodox Christians,
Well,
majority of them.
USSR used to be atheistic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, USSR was communism, right? Socialism.
Hmm.
Very like atheism was like
What about
the.
Russia now,
They
currently
called it
Russia?
religion opium for the masses. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
And what about Russia
Russian then
now?
they became they're
Orthodox
Orthodox. Yeah,
Christian.
yeah,
Okay, okay,
traditionally
okay. I
Orthodox.
didn't know
Uh
that
huh.
they were like uh,
Orthodox Christians.
no, they were like against any religion.
In Soviet Union was atheistic. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
like China.
Yeah, they're
China is
also like this
communism.
communist
Yeah,
party. Yeah,
yeah. They don't
but
believe in
yeah,
any
I'm
religion.
more interested not in that era. I'm more interested in the era way before that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the knowledge is. That's where the cool stuff happened. That's where the yurts were developed, right?
Mm.
Like thousands of years of iterations, and these knowledges are kind of were forgotten since became sedentary.
Mm.
And I believe that knowledge is very important. Uh huh.
It's interesting that you mentioned that. I just ordered a book.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Book, How to Start a Civilization Again. Have you heard about this book?
No.
I ordered that book. So once I receive that book, I will share it with you. We can read it together if you want, or
Okay.
we can do a podcast about that. It's really that ancient knowledge compiled into this book, and it is being sold online. And the funny thing is, n- there's no author of this book. So whoever wrote it, he didn't put his name. He didn't put his name,
Mm.
and it
He's
has.
like Natoshi
It's like
Salamoto.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like a Bitcoin creator, right? Nobody knows about him.
Uh,
And the same thing happened to this book, How to Start a Civilization, and that the reason why I bought it, not because I want to start a civilization, but the reason is that he did not put his name behind that book, and he has taken information from different sources, different generations and different cultures, and he put everything into one piece of book, and that fascinated me. I was like, I should try to see what it has written in the book. So I've ordered that book. It might be here in probably a couple of weeks. Uh, I'll show it to you.
so one of the things I believe it is important to preserve this knowledge is because our culture did not leave trace. You know,
Hmm.
we didn't leave trace. We didn't build
Yeah.
big, like these temples. We didn't carve crazy, like, things. There are
Hmm.
some carvings and stuff, but they're very minimal.
Minimal. Yeah.
So older culture and bits and pieces that are left are carried by humans,
Hmm.
passed down from
From
generation to
generation
generation.
to generation, but it's like a Chinese game of years, right? If you tell one thing to another and then you pass on the information for, let's say, 20, 30, 50 times, that it dilutes the reality, or maybe the not the reality, but the the core idea behind the things what they used to do. For example, in India we cook in certain way, and I found that in Iran they cook the same way. And Iran is like so far away from India. I mean, back in the days, like thousands of years ago, I mean that was part of India back in the days. But it's interesting that the way they cook, they have the same kind of culture still there that we cook in India nowadays. Of course, there are the little bit not. It's like it's not exactly same, but because we live in a vegetarian area, so we don't eat meat and stuff at home. We're like pure vegetarians, and in Iran, they have like meat and everything. That's the only difference. But the cooking style and the kind of utensils or the way they prepare their pots and stuff, it's very very similar. I was blown away.
Yeah,
I have not looked into
very
Kazakh
interconnected.
culture, but the way you're telling me that, it sounds like we might be very close to that culture as well.
Absolutely. I know that the nomads had a lot of relationships with Persians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even like 2,000 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we're very tightly related. Also, some of these words that we have
Yeah.
are borrowed from Iranian, like Persian language.
Interesting.
Farsi.
Parsi.
Hmm.
Is it called Parsi or Farsi?
Farsi.
Farsi,
I
yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Can you read Farsi?
No,
Okay.
we just use some of the words.
My
Most.
father can. My father could write and read, because it's interesting that in India, if you were a boy in before this is before India became independent. It was back in the days when it was British rule. So my father was born in 1936, and when boys go to school, they used to learn Farsi, and if the girl goes to school, they used to learn Hindi.
Mm.
So it was not the same for, you know, boys and girls. So girls used to learn Hindi, and boys used to learn Farsi. That's how my father learned Farsi, because he went to school before independence.
Why?
That was back in the days. I don't know why. That's what he used to tell me. And I was like, that's interesting. When India became independent, then they started teaching Hindi in,
Independent from Britain.
yeah,
Okay.
1947. Yeah.
And they
So
were learning Farsi there?
yeah, my father learned Farsi.
That is very strange.
My father's Hindi was very weak.
Mm.
It
What
was
about his English?
English was immaculate.
Nice. Oh.
English was like mind blowing, because he learned from Britishers.
Yeah. That's so interesting, right? How English plays a really big role in
Absolutely.
Indian economy right now.
Well, they could learn English because Britishers were there, and when they left, a lot of people knew English, and they started teaching English as a curriculum. So India kept English with them, and not like other countries like China or any other. So India kept English and their regional languages.
Hmm.
India has more than 100 languages, but Hindi is like more dominantly speaking language. English pretty much, in every area you go, you can talk to people in English.
That's cool.
And
So when the like Turkic people, when the nomads were trying to go to area and you know invade it,
hmm
they didn't do a colonial policy, right?
hmm
They basically come to you, invade you, and then just collect tax. That's it.
yeah,
But whatever you believe, whatever cultures you have, very tolerant about that. Do whatever you want. Just when we come, you pay money. That's it.
yeah.
It was 10%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think
Hmm.
India was colonized by, not colonized, I wouldn't say colonized. India
Invaded.
was conquered by uh, Muslims
Hmm.
uh, before Britishers.
The
Britishers came in
Mongolistan?
1800.
Mongolistan?
No, no. I mean,
Hmm.
before that, I think Turkish people came,
Hmm.
and then Mongolia and Turkish. They used to come, back and forth, back and forth.
Hmm.
They one time, Turkish people come, and then they invade certain part of India, and then they capture a lot of stuff, and then go
That
back, and
sounds
then
like that.
and then they come. The Mongolians come, and then they get
Yeah.
something, and then they go back, and then they keep repeating one another. So it happened for like 700 or 800 years, and in the later times they just said, okay, now we can control them, we can do everything. So they started putting their bases, and they became kings, and because they already killed the other kings like Hindu kings, so then it became a Mughal Sultanate.
Mm-hmm.
Mughal, you understand
Yep,
Mughal,
yep,
right?
yep, yep.
So it became a Mughal Sultanate, and Mughal Sultanate was like huge from North India, like current Afghanistan, Pakistan, North India, till mid Maharashtra and around that area. That entire place was like Mughal Sultanate. Around Akbar, Jahangir, and all these, kings. They were part of this kingdom. And around that time in India, a lot of Hindus, they got converted into Muslims. And that's the reason now, if you see in Pakistan and Bangladesh and India itself, there are so many Muslims because of that, those
Influence, right?
that influence, because they lived here for 700 to 800 years. And in 700 800 years, of course, they were also here. They, like all these people from their army, and then workers and everyone, and then they influence other people, and then a bunch of things. That's how the Muslim population grew so much in this area.
It's a very strong religion. Like it's easy to convert.
Muslim.
Yeah, I think it's easy to understand, like grasp fast, like, and like not as a whole, but to get in there, it's easier. From what I understand, it's like a very fast growing religion.
It is the fastest growing religion, that's
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
that tells you something, that it's easy like to convert people because the concepts are, I don't know, so easy to understand, right?
Well, any religion is like, I mean, I'm not into religion,
No, I'm also just fascinated by
yeah.
like how fast it grows, right? So that means it's like their concepts, what they're trying to like preach, resonate with people fast.
But I think
Uh-huh.
I heard somewhere that if you are a Muslim and if you try to go into a different religion, they do not allow you, or they kill you if you try to do that. So because of that, if you come into Muslim, you can't leave. And there are some people that tried, and I saw that online, that they tried to kill them, or somebody got killed as well.
Well, Muslims are so many. There's like how many of them? There are like
Half of
billions
the
of
world is
people.
Muslim right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So maybe in some areas that kind of stuff happens,
Yeah.
but it's not everywhere. Yeah, like in U.S., right? If you want to be Muslim, you can be Muslim. If you don't want to be Muslim the next day,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Nobody's
Well,
gonna touch you.
US is very different because it's a different um, land of law, and
Yeah,
the,
that I think that just depends on the area. Yeah,
I don't know how many Muslims live in US right now. Do you know how many
no,
Muslims?
I have no idea.
Uh, I don't think they are in like majority of other. If you consider it, a lot of people are Christians, right? But I think Muslims are second or third, I think, because there are a lot of Jews as well here in America. I'm not sure how many, in terms of numbers, how many Muslims live in the US, but America is different country. For example, in India, I can see in India, if they try to go out of religion, they can be killed, because India is a very different country. Of course, if it's a Muslim dominant country like Pakistan, for example, there's a law. If somebody says anything against Quran or the word written in Quran, it's called blasphemy, and they will be killed right away, no question asked. So there was this video I saw. There was this lady. She was from Middle East somewhere, Iran, or I don't know, Dubai or somewhere, and she has printed something on her uh, suit. She was wearing a white suit, and something was written in Arabic, and they thought that it's the Quran is written on the thing, but it was not written anything from the Quran. It was something random, because it was written in Farsi, and they thought that it is written something from Quran, and they started mobbing her, and then she went inside the police station. It's a big a story happened on major TV channels, and it's like, if you are in one of those countries, they are like Muslim, and they're like, I think 50 or 60 of them, 56, I think 56 Muslim countries. So if you are in one of those countries, and if you say something against Islam, or you're trying to go somewhere else, it's not easy. Of
Yeah,
course, of course,
definitely,
of
definitely.
course, here is different because here is not like a Muslim majority.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, cool. Oh, we've been talking for over an hour.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this podcast. And if you like, please subscribe and hit the like button. And we will get back with another interesting topic down the line. And as I mentioned, I'm excited about this book about the how to start a civilization. I'll read it and then I'll give you update about that. And then if you want to read it, you can borrow it from me, and then we can discuss about this in next podcast.
Yeah, or just start a new civilization.
if we need it to
Yeah.
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Cool.
Okay.
Yep. Thank
Take
you.
care, guys. Bye bye.
All right. That was a good. The 1 hour went by really quickly.
Oh yeah, man. 9:20. Oh wow.
All right.
It's still recording.